420RADIO.com. This is your 420 Radio News for Monday, July 22nd, 2013. I'm Russ Belville. Federal bill would up penalties for marijuana trespass grows from theweedblog.com. A bill introduced Thursday by Congressman Jared Huffman of California and bipartisan co-sponsors from California and Colorado would create new penalties for marijuana growers who grow on federal land or who trespass on other people's private property to grow and who cause environmental damages. Trespass grows are a tempting alternative for growers who seek to avoid having their own property seized under federal drug asset forfeiture laws. Growing marijuana on federal lands, or anywhere else for that matter, is already against federal law, but the cutely acronymed Protecting Lands Against Narcotic Trafficking, or PLANT Act, would instruct the U.S. Sentencing Commission to establish new penalties for trespass grows. The bill identified 3 environmental concerns: the illegal use of pesticides, rodenticides, or high-grade fertilizers, the substantial pilfering of water from local aquifers, and significant removal of timber or other vegetation. The bill has been referred to the House Judiciary Committee. Marijuana does not promote liver disease progression in HIV or Hep C co-infected people, from HIVandhepatitis.com. Smoking cannabis was not associated with liver fibrosis progression in a study of nearly 700 people with HIV and hepatitis C co-infection, according to a study described in the June 28, 2013 advanced edition of Clinical Infectious Diseases. Lawrence Burnett from McGill University and fellow investigators with the Canadian co-infection cohort sought to estimate the effect of regular marijuana smoking on liver disease progression among 690 HIV Hep C co-infected people from 17 HIV clinics across Canada who did not have significant fibrosis or end-stage liver disease at baseline. There were no differences between marijuana users and non-users. The study found no evidence that marijuana smoking was associated with accelerated progression to significant liver fibrosis or cirrhosis. Smoking an additional 10 joints per week was associated with a slight increase in the risk of clinical cirrhosis or cirrhosis and end-stage liver disease combined. However, when exposure was lagged or limited to 6 to 12 months before diagnosis, marijuana use no longer showed a significant association with either outcome. Based on these findings, the study authors concluded, quote, "In this prospective analysis, we found no evidence for an association between marijuana smoking and significant liver fibrosis progression in HIV Hep C co-infection." State senator leading another charge for medical marijuana, from WHAS11.com, Louisville. A Louisville senator is hoping to add Kentucky to the list of 18 states that have legalized medical marijuana. State Senator Perry Clark has introduced a bill for the 2013 legislative session that would legalize pot for medical use in Kentucky. He and the group of Kentuckians for medical marijuana were celebrating at Clark's Louisville home Sunday because there will be a public hearing on August 21st in the Health and Welfare Joint Senate-House Committee. Quote, "It's time. 40% of the states have already passed medical marijuana laws, and Kentucky is kind of fallen behind on that. The science is far on our side. Cannabis is medicine. It's medicine in its many forms," end quote, Clark said. Senator Clark introduced a similar bill last year, but it failed to gain any traction. Why should cannabis be considered doping in sports? From Frontiers in Addictive Disorders and Behavioral Discontrol. The World Anti-Doping Agency included cannabis in its prohibited list in 2014, claiming that cannabis may improve performance in some sports and is an illegal drug in some countries. Cannabis smoking can be helpful for some activities such as extreme sports, as it improves muscle relaxation, reduces anxiety, and extincts fear memories, for example, negative experiences, leading to enhanced performances. It is also worthwhile to note that cannabis smoking improves sleep time and recovery, which may favor performance when an athlete is facing multiple competitions in a short period of time. Mangoes elevate high from smoking marijuana. Are they a healthier alternative to the Munchies? From medicaldaily.com. The recreational and medical drug marijuana has increased in consumption due to its relatively low risks in comparison with alcohol and tobacco. For recreational and medicinal users of the drug, consuming a mango before or after inhalation can prolong the high effect, providing additional aid to chronic pain sufferers. Mangoes are low in calories, as one mango contains 135 calories, according to the U.S. Department of Agriculture. This has been your 420 Radio News for Monday, July 22nd, 2013. I'm Russ Belville. When we come back, we go behind the headlines to take a look at marijuana-loving beer breweries that are embracing weed-themed branding, despite a federal prohibition on such branding. You're listening to The Russ Belville Show on 420radio.org. We'll be right back.